Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Fallen London. Today we're going to be carrying on with August's exceptional story, The Bloody Wallpaper. And so far, it has been quite unlike any other exceptional story I've ever played, and I was given a little bit of a hint here, that if I ever feel lost, and I don't know what I need to do, we should take a look at Slowcake's etiquette guide. It was mentioned in the story, but no employee manual has a better pedigree. When you're uncertain how to properly debase yourself, you can always turn to Slowcakes for advice. This is the hard-working Londoner edition, referenced by every prestigious institution in the Fifth City. Other editions for the gentry and peerage have outpaced Debrits since 1874. So we can review the etiquette in Chapter 7. All the laws of hospitality are contained within these sacrosanct pages, and here are all the things that we need to do, which is quite a lot. The most important thing I feel we have to find is the servant's key that will allow us to go down to the kitchens, but we haven't found that yet. I think the only thing that I see that being particularly easy to achieve here is that use a bucket of cleaning supplies to tidy room 10. If I remember correctly, room 10 is on the upstairs floor? We can scrub the mirrors. Ensure their reflections sparkle. Obviously, the mirrors don't reflect the room, but this isn't some cheap sideshow at Mrs. Plenty's carnival. The guests at the Royal Beth have more refined sensibilities about these things. They've seen enough sights with enough eyes to discern. It takes time to scrub everything. Autumn leaves are falling outside when you finish, red and gold. After staring at so many mirrors, it's nice to look through a window instead. But autumn? In London? At this time of year? Management must be pulling out all the stops. It won't last. It can't. Still, you watch while it does. And tock goes the clock. Seasonal work has its benefits. And apparently we're a little bit dizzy from the cleaning fumes. Okay, has that unlocked anything else here? Go inside the broom closet. Time to sob. Oh, we can commiserate with a drowned maid. She only needs a little time. You won't tell the manager, will you? Will she give me the service keys? She's singing to soothe her nerves. Something about home over the waves and better days. She keeps breaking into tears and breaking the meter. Inside this particular closet is a nook covered with pictures, faded lithographs, tattered tintypes, sepia sea views tacked to the walls, lighthouses and boats and sunny shores. You must come here often to think about being elsewhere. She buries her face in her apron to smother a sob. Then she fumbles to hand you a key. Please, she says, take it. I can't go back out there right now. Okay, we got the key. Lovely, can I get some cleaning supplies while I'm in there? I can also steal some time with the drowned maid if I wanted to. I wonder what that's going to do, but let's get these supplies we need first. Besides the brooms and dustpans, there are numerous chemicals in these closets. A disconcerting majority have skulls on their labels. What's this? Multi-purpose polish for brass, silver and glass? And it has 7 skulls on the label. If anything warrants the hazard, you can bet it's brass, silver and glass. Steal some time with the drowned maid, see what it does. You aren't being paid to loaf about, but the management can weather a little theft. She sings to you, not the alluring melodies that tempt sailors under the waves. Songs from the surface, lifetimes ago, when she ran the little shop on the Black Sea. They feel like songs I learned in a dream. She still wants to go back, to finally meet her grandson. Considering that she's a corpse, however, the paperwork alone would cost more arms and legs than she currently possesses. Currently, she says, with optimism. So since we have the key, I believe now we can go down to the storage. Oh wow, there's a never cold key? Oh no. Let's go down to storage first, I think. We need to pick something out from storage. Storage, darkness, spiderwebs. You must need something from storage. Only a daft fool would go into the basement otherwise. The attendant pauses and thinks. Except for the porter. There's nowhere else to put so much luggage. Poor bloke. I do pity him. The lift travels for a considerable time before you arrive. See you again soon. Nice knowing you. Whichever fits. You're somewhere deep underground. Well, let's start with the rats without manners. Talk about inconsiderate. If anyone needs Slow Cake's etiquette guide, it's these rats. No wonder they're in the basement when they could be upstairs in the walls with the polite vermin. Still, they must know these tunnels. Perhaps they'll lend you advice. Let's persuade the rats to assist in this search. Deploy your silver tongue. Teach them what well-spoken words can do. You talk pretty, but you've done terrible things. I can smell the money. Rubs off upstairs too, doesn't it? We ought to hollow you out for a nice rotten nest. Finally put those guts to proper use. But I've got a better idea. What do you say, lads? Should we arrange a grand tour? Lead this charmer down the lane? You'll like that red and gold derby at the end. Oh, well, they helped us. We got 6 dubious testimony. Never trust the rats, huh? Let's talk to the clay porter. Looking for something? Watch your back. Something might be looking for you too. I can't tell you how many times I went to pick up a suitcase that turned out not to be a suitcase. Well, let's search through the bags with the clay porter. All this luggage. What in St. Fiacre's name are people packing? You're not searching inside the bags. That would be unprofessional. Far below the Royal Bethlehem standards. But you have to sort through the piles to find what you need. They're in the way. The clay porter helps lift the heaviest trunks. The guests don't make it easy, but I like it here. The manager is kind to me. Other people can be so disrespectful. Even my king across the sea frowns on clay men working at the Beth. But he doesn't know what it's like in London. The manager treats us with dignity, and he pays overtime. Oh, you found it. From the depths of the Royal Beth storage. You've unearthed just the thing you need. Management shoves everything into this basement. It's a shame there's no system to search the vaults better, but nobody on the staff wants to organise one. Even sweetened with a Christmas bonus, it's not worth the risk to life and limb. Let's retrieve a relic from storage. Is this a little battered? Yes. Will it do the job? It had better. Huzzah. You still need to evict the larvae, but that's easy. They're so impoverished, and their claims about squatters' rights just don't apply. This is a hotel. The whole point is to kick people out the very minute they stop paying. That seems true enough, doesn't it? Do we see what else is down here? The cavernous vaults? The big basement, isn't it? Okay, these are all searching options. Every closet is crammed with random junk. To make any headway exploring the deepest vaults, management would have to employ a few teams of archaeologists with sufficiently low self-regard. Benthic and Somerset College both forbid students from taking seasonal jobs at the hotel. Tales of the assistant manager? Nobody has seen the assistant manager for a long time. Most of the staff don't believe the position exists. But there are rumours about a night when the hot water wasn't running, when the guests made too many requests, when the assistant manager went all the way downstairs and never came back up. Some say he's still there. and a daft fool. So this is where the valet in red livery has been. They're looking for him upstairs. All the staff are worried. Why didn't he tell anyone where he was going? He's smiling enormously and gibbering too much to understand. Oh, now he's run off again. Let's get out of here. Let's go upstairs. Let's deliver the relic first. I'm going to try and focus on one thing at a time. It was the room 10. Okay, have the requested book on the nightstand. This is heavy reading material. The text isn't easy to follow either. These are a monk's nightmares. 13th century, if you're not mistaken, and recorded in secret shame. Most aren't fantasies but real events, witnessed, lodged in nocturnal visions, and interpreted with pages of mind-numbing, religious metaphor. Get past the desiccated prose, however, and the worm turns. People can do these things. People did them to other people. They still do. What a cheery selection for bedtime reading. Right. Godspeed to any poor bookmark that gets used. Okay, so now we're still looking for weasels, but I think let's go to the service tunnels. Into the service tunnels. The blazing kitchens, the lye-steeped laundries. Welcome home. This is where it all happens. The miracle of hospitality. Get comfortable if you intend to survive a full shift. So I know we need food. Oh my god. What's this? Scrub-a-dub-dub. During the season, the washing never stops. You can barely see through all the steam. It's like walking into a bank of fog down here. If the fog had a lemony scent and a chemical sting. Silhouettes in the clouds carry loaded hampers. Tentacles curl to grab sponges, soaps, brushes, and toxic detergents. Those get the best results. Oh, let's drop off a bundle of dirty laundry. You won't have to do any of the washing yourself. Small mercies. Rubbery scrubbers push clothes into bubbling tubs. With all those tentacles, they can each launder multiple garments at once. And not only do they work more, but they cost less. Royal Bethlehem pays them with amber instead of echoes. Of course, the Bethlehem also provides them with financial consulting, pro bono, which would otherwise cost a great deal. They have such trouble valuing amber and echoes. So we have impeccably ironed assortment of spotless laundry. What else can we do down here? The butcher's boy. He's 14 years old. His mother, the butcher on King Charles Street, lets him work at the Royal Beth in the evenings. For his age, he's competent with a cleaver. He can also set broken bones, pull teeth, shoe horses, administer opium, and he's learning to read. Management pays him a penny for in-house medical consultations. Seek relief from the butcher's boy? I know these symptoms. You got the vapours. They're popular nowadays. It's usually the vapours. Everyone on staff gets them, and they're popular with the guests. But I don't treat the guests. I'd need more veterinary training. For your symptoms, though, my prescription is this handy ice pick. Right here. Just a pinch, you'll hardly feel it. But tell me if you don't feel anything. It means it's too deep. Oh my god, am I getting lobotomized right now? Oh good lord. Hippocrates would be proud. Okay, pots and pans and pandemonium. The knives are out again. The Carganian patissier is drunk, and the ambidextrous underscullion is honey-mazed. Whenever the Bethlehem hosts a grand event, there's more blood in the kitchens than the gut-scraping shreds among Marrow Alley. All the bricks and tiles drip, the cauldrons roil, and the ovens roar with blistering, popping infernos. Another one. Bleep, bleep, bleep. Hand it over. Okay. The mummified saucier snarls and grabs your order. He's still can't retire to Vanderblight, not until he pays his debts, which ought to take 10 or 20 more years at the current rates. Until then, the management is happy to overlook his life's little errors and offer additional loans. Nobody else will do that, especially not the dependable banker who's coming around in a week for his next installment. When the order is ready, the kitchen will deliver it to a higher floor via dumbwaiter. You can collect the plated dish in the lobby, upstairs, or all the way upstairs. Can I get another one? Ooh. Ding ding ding! There's the bell at the front desk. You can hear it from anywhere in the hotel, some harmonic property of the walls. More guests have arrived, but the frazzled receptionist is still missing. Let's consult the nearest clock. Do you have time to greet the guests yourself? Technically, you can wait to answer the bell, but Slow Cakes would disapprove. All the guests who just rang are unlikely to cherish delays. You go to the front desk as soon as you can. Okay, well, let's go to the front desk. To the lobby. Hello, the dumbwaiter's here. The bell at the front desk. Whenever guests arrive, they ring the bell, but the frazzled receptionist isn't here to greet them. That lump on the floor can't be her. With those quivering stubs, you could never organize the keys or write reservations. Where is the manager when you need him? Do we speak to the manager? Or should we just greet the great poet Fuseli? The great poet has brought an entourage. Rather, they've brought the great poet. Let's ring the bell for the manager. Such a wonderful sound. It means that somebody needs something. And to be needed is nectar for management and staff alike. You find yourself in the manager's office again. He's pleased to see you. All the brass buttons on his coat, running in 2 rows down the front, twinkle like teeth in a sideways smile. On his desk, the scarlet lizard slumps, an inanimate lump that barely blinks. It must be moist. Some paperwork under its belly is damp. I think... oh god. Do I want to go through all of this? Let's ask about the paperwork. It's not a mountain of bills, it's a mountain range. Running a hotel is expensive, says the manager. Just when you've paid one landlord, another hatches, and the taxes are worse. These days, the Queen wants pounds and pounds of flesh. Luckily, our accountants trim enough fat to keep the debt collectors at bay. But a few phases of the rat moon, at least. I usually scrape all the funds together by then. If not, I have reserves, but it's unpleasant to lose those. He drums his fingers on the desk. He doesn't have a typical number. Let's ask about the guests. The Royal Bethlehem attracts an eclectic clientele. We're an institution, says the manager. Our guests expect world-class service. Our room rates justify it. They may have unconventional desires, but remember to always smile. You wait upon guests tonight. Most will have requests for you. After you perform certain tasks for them, the guests may have additional requests. Once a guest is completely satisfied, you'll still have to check on them, even if they don't need anything else right away. They may have important information to share. Good idea to check on each guest when you're done serving them. Okay. Cleaning duty. Some employees clean more than others, but everyone cleans. There's an aphorism about cleanliness, says the manager. It escapes me, but the duty is simple. Guests make messes, you unmake them. Please try to be prompt. Basically we can only carry 2 at a time, and we need to go to Bloom Closets to get more. Room service. Hungry guests are irritable guests. We don't want those. If someone wishes to eat, ensure they do, says the manager. Mere sustenance is a humble request. You'll receive orders for the kitchen throughout the night. When you have one, take the lift downstairs to the service level, find the kitchen, and deliver the order. The chefs won't instantly give you a plated dish they prepare. Instead, they'll send it to a higher floor via a dumbwaiter. Let's ask about laundry. Someone will produce dirty laundry. Someone else will clean it, says the manager. The else is paramount. Take the else away and the books never balance. But the other servants will wash any bundles you have. You want the else on this tightrope. I think I've worked that one out. The basement? I wouldn't advise going into the basement, says the manager. The wonders can overwhelm. They tempt and beckon, and some employees pursue the beauty. They waste so much company time. But If you must go, then you must. You may need to fetch miracles. Can you tell me about your lizard? You're wrong, says the manager flatly. This lizard can't even talk. Okay. I definitely had a conversation with that lizard. No, they won't serve themselves, says the manager. You've touched upon the very point. Your raison d'etre. How well you shackle the matter with words, you golden dreamer. Lovely. Let's greet the great poet. And his entourage. Fuseli's latest collection, Dirt, continues to inspire fanatical reviews. Pilgrims congregate daily outside the great poet's townhouse in Vale Garden. They all hope to taste the immortal pavements from the first stanza. After that one, the text gets dense. For a mushroom, even a mobile mushroom, it's convenient to have so many devoted followers. They'll carry the great poet anywhere in the city. Bohemians throng toward the lobby fountain, bearing Fuseli. The Blemmigan is plopped atop a litter with red velvet pillows and gold tassels, eating bonbons. Other guests fall to their knees in the litter's presence. They weep. Oh dear. I'm sure he's going to be fun. Who needed food? We need to serve... Oh, a plated dish to the inebriated cat at the long bar. Well, let's do that first because we're already here. Oh, I need a plated dish. Of course, I need to get it out of the dumbwaiter. A delivery from the kitchen. The dumbwaiter bangs into place with a cluttering thud. Hopefully that's not the silverware knocking about. And the door slides open. There's a creature sitting inside with the plates. It hands one out to you. Receive a plated dish. Take it before the creature gets annoyed. This looks remarkably edible. You've got that right, says the creature before slamming the dumbwaiter door. Okay. Well, apparently I can't serve it to the inebriated cat. Well, poop. Surgical seamstress. Ah, more stitches, please. A stitch in time saves 7. Is it 77? Either way, the surgical seamstress is talented enough to actually thread the proverbial camel through the needle's eye. Sometimes she helps with the laundry when a battlefield medic is requested. That's not her main occupation at the hotel. She's here to provide smiles. Oh no. Get stitches from the surgical seamstress. I'm not smiling enough. I can fix that. Guests prefer servants who smile. Ouch. When servants at the Royal Beth start getting the urge, they stop smiling. At least they stop smiling in a way that management wants them to smile. Stitches can address the issue. Thread a few facial muscles, pull the lips tight, and voila. Now you look better, says the seamstress. That's all the guests really want. A smile is such a thing to give them. Right, let's go to the lobby. Let's give the cat his food. I think we should be okay. Here we go. Serve the inebriated cat. What's taking so long? I'm starving over here. My stars, you never get this fish in other hotels. Too much liability. But if the spines are removed, it's deliciously addictive. Just another reason I like the Beth. Even though most cats hate this place. I probably shouldn't tell you, but the property has very complex leases. It's on the border between waking life and dreams. Around this time of year, the border bleeds. And then there's the physical plot of land in London. Even more leases. The rental fees and taxes would drive me mad enough to start barking. Interesting. There might still be spines on that plate, actually. Okay, so now I need to go get another dish. I can take the stairs. What does this do? Guests don't come this way. These stairs are staff only for a reason. Narrow, steep, in disrepair. They're built behind the walls so that employees can move between floors without being noticed. The entire hotel is riddled with tight passageways like this. Where's this go? A harried urchin skitters downstairs while you're on the way up. She must be a seasonal worker like yourself, hired just for the Red-and-Gold Gala this evening. She doesn't have the same dead-eyed expression as the permanent staff, and they're not feigning enthusiasm in front of the guests, that is. Yeah, it's just a way of going up and down without it being the elevator. Interesting. Let's go pick up some food again. Pots and pans. Knives are out again. They'll kill that meat eventually, won't they? Before sticking it into the oven? Unless they're planning. No, those mushrooms will never fit. Its cavities would be crammed to such capacity that its skin would practically split at the seams. The chef have so many. Just think, when it's stuffed so full, it won't be able to move anymore. No troublesome struggles in the oven, and the gravy will convert atheists. God, the writing in this story is so good. I love it. Right, let's go to room 24B. Dumb waiter. Bloody hell. A delivery from the kitchen. Receive the plated dish. Has the definition of gourmet changed? Who said anything about gourmet? The creature snaps. It slams the dumbwaiter door once again. Lovely. Here you go, my good sir. Serve the rumpled gentleman. Snacks. He's salivating an awful lot. It's a light meal by the gentleman's standards. He only has to dislocate his jaw by about 7 inches. He doesn't bother chewing. That would take too long. Most his teeth are missing anyway. Oh. Well, I also have your washing, sir. Put the dresser back into order. Wherever he's from, the gentleman must be accustomed to maids. One might think a grown man could tidy his own dresser, whether he's staying in a hotel or not. One would be presumptuous to make such an assumption. But everything fits inside easier now. It shrank during the wash. The gentleman has no plans to wear it again, so he doesn't mind the shrinkage. The apparel is sentimental, though, and he wants to bring it back home. He has so many neckties, stripes and diamonds, red and gold. They hiss when you tuck them into the dresser. Those neckties had better behave, or they won't get dessert. I'm getting flashbacks to Disco Elysium's necktie. Oh no. Oh, what else do we have in our guide here? I'll continue to wait upon the man in 24B. Now we can slap the gentleman's back. Is he choking? He's choking. Quick! Do something! Oh God. That's not food. That's him. He's coming out of his own mouth. His whole body. Organs, bones, muscles, everything. Not in bits and pieces, but the full man. The him that he coughed out flops onto the bed. The other him that did the coughing sags onto the floor. Nothing but a rumpled suit. It's not the gentleman, but some ill-fitting outerwear that he cast off. Lovely. This means there's more laundry. How many suits has he outgrown already? Oh, this is so weird. Yeah, let's deliver another impeccably ironed assortment of spotless laundry. So we need to go back down. And we need to go to the scrub-a-dub-dub and drop off a bundle of dirty laundry. Submerged to the elbow in these tubs, almost anyone's arms would start to burn. The lobster-skinned washerwoman doesn't notice, but she's been scrubbing clothes since before London fell. This is a fine situation here at the hotel, compared to prior establishments she's served. She can't abide seasonal workers with their soft hands and complaints, like they've got any notion what hardship means. And it's damn inconsiderate how they keep leaving their fingernails in the water. Can I do that again? We have another bale right here. Can drop off another. There's a crisis at one of the tubs. A pair of polythreum stockings doesn't want to go underwater. For wisps of flimsy hosiery, they're putting up quite a fight. They've already strangled one rubbery footman and tripped 2 drowny maids. Now they're perched on the rim of the tub, menacing the staff by twisting themselves into horrible shapes. But the clay porter is on his way. Once he gets here, they're getting rinsed. Amazing. Can we cook another meal while we're here as well? Yep, the knives are out again. Someone will have to make another dash to the covered market. Who remembers how to get there? The kitchen needs more of that pepper. Yes, that kind. The horrified courier is familiar with the variety. He does know the way, doesn't he? It won't be pretty if he gets lost. The constables who patrol those alleys never accept bribes. Okay, let's go deliver that man's clothing. I do need to end the episode soon, but I am enthralled. There we go. Deliver the gentleman's laundry. Hopefully this is the last batch you'll get out of him tonight. He doesn't even acknowledge you. Perhaps that's for the best. He's still slumped on the bed, exhausted after struggling out of the suit you had laundered. It will take time for him to recover. Undressing isn't an effortless task when you've so many layers to take off. You tuck this batch into the drawers with the rest. The neckties are slithering around the socks. They don't try to escape. There are enough cockroaches to keep them busy. Can we check in on him again? We cannot, so I think that means we're actually done with the gentleman. In 24B. We still haven't found that many weasels. They must be somewhere, right? But I think this is where I am going to end this episode. I hope you're enjoying this exceptional story. It is remarkably different and I am enjoying it quite a lot. It's very crazy. But thank you all very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. Thank you again to the members of the channel. It is a great way to support the channel and it really does mean the world to me. But as always, I'll see you next time.